Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to do a little bit of Neera Wild Mage in Historic Brawl. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into this. Let's get started with this. This is what I call cut rate spellcast. This is a little different than the commander version of the deck that I did a video for about a month or so ago. This is instead going to be cheating big stuff into play using Neera's ability. And for those who don't know what she does, this is what Neera Wild Mage is. She's a human elf shaman for 4 blue-red. That's a 2/7 that says whenever you cast a spell, you may put the spell on the bottom of your library. And if you do, reveal cards until you hit a non-land card, and then you can cast that card without paying the mana cost. Then any other things that were revealed, lands, will be put on the bottom of your library in a random order. It only triggers once per turn. Pretty straightforward. So rather than going with just the whole get random stuff spell effect thing here, we're going to kind of try to control the top of the deck a little bit here. And I'm not going to go over every single card here. I've kind of just broken them down into categories, and there's going to be a deck list in the description. So if you feel like going through this and copying it out, be my guest. But for now, let's just do a quick overview. In the first column, we have cheap interactions, things that allow you to draw cards, cantrips, a little bit of single target removal stuff. So we'll just do a couple examples here. Like we have Bubble Snare to lock down things. We have Witness Protection to lock down, which is really good in locking other people's commanders out. We also have cantrips like Opt, Consider. We have a little bit of protection for our commander in Dive Down. We also have you see a Guard Approach, which can give her Hexproof, that kind of stuff. And then we have, your basic draw stuff, Chemist's Insight, Thirst for Discovery. Things just dig a little bit deeper into the deck as you go along. And then they make for good things just to throw into the void on Neera and get a big, 10 drop out of it. The second column is kind of a shared category. There are some things here that allow you to stack your deck, like Lantern Revealing allows you to look at the top card, and if it's a land, you can put it on the battlefield, so it kind of kicks it out of your way. But if it's not, you can just leave it there and then trigger something else to throw the card onto the battlefield off of Neera. Then generic mana rocks to go with it. And then we have kind of the top of the deck stuff. Reality Ship lets you see the top card. And if you attach it to something, you start playing those spells as well. Scour All Possibilities. You scry 2 and draw a card. Well, if you leave both cards on top and then you just draw the one you don't want to use, or the one that you would rather use off of Neera underneath, then you can do the free spell and get that card too. Same thing with Omen of the Sea. Leave the 2 cards on top, draw one, leave the one on top that you want to trigger Neera into. You get the idea. And then Brainstorm. It's Brainstorm. You get to, if you draw any of your big threats, you can stick them back on top and then cast something cheap to get them onto the battlefield. A couple of just generic, this is kind of good stuff. Ral's ability is nice because you can do a little bit of ping damage, but the scry is the big thing here, because if you look at it and go, oh, I want that spell on top, leave it there. If you don't, put it to the bottom. You're almost never going to ultimate him. You want to keep him on the field. You want to get this thing going. And then Irenicus's Vile Duplication. I love this thing just because I would like to get multiple triggers off of Neera. And if you have 2 Neeras on the board, you get 2. So you just get to get going down and down and down and down. So, and then we have a pile of removal, and it's just board sweeps to kind of keep things out of your way, keep them from beating you down before you can get going. And then we have the game plan, so to speak. To start with, we have a kind of a mid-range game plan of dragons, for the most part. Wrathful Red Dragon, which can protect your stuff. Terror of the Peaks, Skargan Hellkite. You're going to get a bunch of these like 4 and 5 drop dragons onto the battlefield, and you're going to be able to kind of give yourself a little bit of an early game. And then later on, if you want, you can just throw them into the void again and get the bigger stuff like the 8, 9, 10 drops. Speaking of which, this is the point of Neera in this build, and to cut rate the casts, is the big stuff. Starting with 6 drops on up, we have things like Kyrie the Swirling Sky, a little bit bigger dragon. Karn's Temporal Sundering. You cast this off of Neera, and you get to bounce something of theirs and do it again. You can also return something of your own back to your hand. So, like, if you had, I don't know, an Omen of the Sea on the battlefield, and you wanted to use that as a way to re-trigger Neera on the extra turn, Okay. You go ahead and just get Karna's Temporal Sundering off of it and bounce it back to your hand. We also have other things like big dragons like Inferno, Drakaseth Maw of Flames, Ancient Silver Dragon, and then the two biggest well, actually three biggest spells in the deck. Dragonstorm, which is going to hit a lot of dragons if you can get like 2 or 3 spells ahead of it. Explosive Singularity, this thing is great. I've taken out like a 7/7 Trampler that was coming at my head just for 2 mana, just goodbye. And then the Big Daddy Ulamog here, you know, he gets rid of permanents if you need him to, and he's just a big fat threat that is hard to deal with. And then the mana base is real simple. Islands, mountains, and then basically all the dual red-blue lands in the deck, and then just, you know, Maestro's Theater because it can go get the red-blue lands as well. That's the deck in a nutshell, real quick. If you want to go over it, like I said, in the description and go through the deck piece by piece, be my guest. But for now, let's go ahead and hit the gameplay, and we'll talk about it again at the end of the video. The Scarab God. All right. One of my favorite commanders of all time. Let's see how this plays out. No ramp, 2 lands, lots of expensive stuff. That's a mulligan. That's a little better. Let's go ahead and do the mountain thing. And we'll pass. Turn, we'll do the Omen of the Sea. Hopefully we'll get a land. That's whatever. And we'll go. Probably just gonna scry with the Omen of the Sea, just so we can stack up some lands, or try to anyways. We'll see what happens. Okay. It's very... I'll keep both of these. It's very strange to me to see a deck that's playing non-zombies with him. I don't know. It's just odd to me. That's all. I'll probably create a treasure. And then that way I can guarantee I'm dropping the battle the next turn. I'm probably going to need to do it. Well, he could have hit something a lot worse. I'm dropping this because I do not like discarding cards at random. I used to love doing those effects on things, and I'm just like... As I've gotten older, I'm like, yeah, those effects suck. I don't like them. I'm sure nobody else does either. Xanathar, huh? Ooh. Do I have any card draw in my hand? Nothing that matters. Crap. Alright, we'll keep the Frogify. We'll get rid of this and this. Hand draw 3. I don't want to play that though. Let's just go ahead and drop that. And okay, so I'm not gonna get any cards off of that right now, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. If you want to play my Frogify, be my guest. You can play it on your own creature. Yeah, sorry, I had to get a drink of coffee. Throat's getting dry. Alright, let's go ahead and frog that Xanathar. He's annoying. And then we'll otherworldly gaze, because I want to see what's coming up. Lands in a rock. That one can go to the graveyard. That can stay. Because I need mana. Yeah, because I've missed at least two land drops so far. Oh, great. Well, fortunately, he's not going to get anything more than a land out of it. What's funny is, though, is I'm going to do this. Oh, I can't. I don't have the thing yet. Crap. Okay. Guess cast Arcane Bombardment. Because getting that Temporal Sundering under it would be nice. I am dead. Hey, what do you know? Sir Gwyn, Hero of Ashvale. I have not seen that in a long time. They're gonna have a bunch of knights though, but this is a crap hand. Ugh. Much better. Let's go with this because then I can opt at the end of their turn. Sure, because I'm still needing the second red mana for the mana form. Or a Galazeth, you know, whatever. Luckily, Sir Gwyn is kind of a slow commander, being that it's a 6 cast. Double red, let's go mana form. Thought being is if they don't kill it and I draw a land, I get to actually do something cool with, like, burn down the house. Okay. Did not get the land. That sucks. Alright, Galazeth it is. Alright. So I could, if I get a land, I can do Arcane Bombardment. And if I don't, I'll just burn down the house. Okay. Your Sir Gwyn's gonna turn into a little frog here real quick. Or I might just bubble snare it because it's got that equipment attached to it. Yeah, did not get my stuff. So we're just gonna kick this and tap her down. She can sit there and do whatever she wants. I don't care. Holy. Yeah, there's a pile of equipment there. I think it's going to be dangerous if he ever gets to untap it. Alright. So let's... There's a deep-seated part of me that thinks I should just get Neera online so I can start free casting off of her. It's what we came here to do with the deck, so let's do it. Alright. Ooh, got a counter. So let's do... Let's go ahead and cast a Time Twist. We'll target Galazeth with it. I'll take the action. Ooh, that works. 2 mana Jin-Gitaxias. So now you need 2 removal spells if you want to get rid of my stuff. I love when this thing does that stupid crap. How much mana did you pay for that? 2. Husky. Have not seen that one in a long time either. Alright, we got some ramp. Yeah, we got a couple pieces of ramp, some card drawing, and Jin-Gitaxias. I think I'm going to keep this one. Though I don't like drawing that stuff. You're supposed to be cast for like cheap off of her. Dang it. Well, that could suck. I think I'm going to cast Galazeth because I need that mana. Because I'm sure this guy's going to use his Bronodon and smash my Signet. Guardian Project, okay. Alright, Copper Dragon, or do I go Kyrie, or do I go Neera? So many choices. I think I go Copper Dragon, though. Because if he has no answers for that dragon, he's just going to get rolled. Because if I hit like a 10 or higher, I can just cast Ulamog and start exiling everything. Come on. I really wish I had more chaos cards on Arena. Okay. That's fine. Looks like the auto tapper got me anyways and nuked my treasure. Again, that's fine. Smack, come on, give me a 10 or higher. The average is 11. Come on. Boom! Got the big hit. Okay. Well. Let's see here. Let's go with... screw it. He'll probably scoop after this, but we'll do this. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. I should have played the fun stuff, but whatever. I got my fun. I got a natural 20. I'm good for a while. The Hairy Heir of Ancients. Wow. I'm getting some different stuff than I'm used to. I'll keep this just because it has a lot of land and a ramp piece in it. So I'm able to actually play stuff out. Shram. Okay. So it looks like they're going with a very heavy equipment base. I would like to have one of my mass removal spells, please. And that's not it. Go ahead and do this. That is, though. Oh, I want you there. We'll do that. And then I will pass the turn. Probably get rid of Elemental Masterpiece to make a treasure so I can get the other cards going a little bit quicker. I'm going to take a hit here, though, for this. But Storm's Wrath will clean up the board nice. Oh, man. That's a kick. Ouch. Well, let's be efficient with our mana. I really don't have a choice here. I do have to sweep this up. So... it's fine. It's just not as effective as I want it to be. Alright, this becomes a question of, do I drop Terror so I can start smashing his stuff this next turn? Or do I drop one of the bigger butted things like Neera? Or do I just drop Niv Mizzet so I can start pinging things? I think I'm going to do Terror of the Peaks, so I can start shotgunning his creatures down if it survives. But again, I'm going to have to take a hit here to do that. That sucks. I forgot she had a removal mode. Alright. Fine. Let's do... let's do the Copper Dragon. Because again, if it hits and I roll decent, I can start casting some of my other big stuff. That's a little busted. This is gonna hurt. Well, I'll take killing that, so that instant speed garbage goes away. Now the danger in doing this is I could easily just get janked here. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. And what is her ability? +1, -2. Whatever. We came here to do dumb random stuff. Let's do it. 17, I'll take it. Because then I can do this. Submit 0. Die. And I can do this. At least I don't have to worry about a 7/7 trampler coming to eat me, so. I do have to worry about that though. Ouch. Yeah. That's a thing. Such is life, and there goes my sound at the same time. I should have scooped. I'll have to restart the client now. Omnath, Locus of the Royal. This can either go one of two ways. This can be a pretty good game, or I'm gonna get blown out. I've seen it both go both ways. I'm gonna keep this hand because it's got a 3-land start and a Smoldering Egg, but I need to get some cheap stuff to get that thing rolling. That might work. Let's go get a red. Because with this deck, multiple red is more important. Got too many double red dragons and whatnot in there. What is this? Assert dominance? Right, let's go ahead and cast the egg. It's the battle of the O and whatevers. Zarif. When it comes to card advantage, that thing is much better than what I got for the moment. Let's go double red because I'd rather have a Wrathful Red Dragon going. And then let's go ahead and scour. That's fine, we'll leave them both on top. I needs the mana. Evolution Sage. That's a strange ink. Well, no, it's not strange now I think about it, because Omnath, once he starts kicking counters around, that's actually pretty good. Oh boy. I need to flip Smoldering Egg ASAP. I am not going to do the Brainstorm, because what I need to do is okay, never mind. Here we go. I'm going to flash this back because it'll flip that over. I'm going to do that into my hand. And then I'm going to Brainstorm. And I'm killing that. Not even dealing with it. All right, let's put... what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a 7th mana available. Let's put Ulamog and Ancient Silver back into the deck because it doesn't matter. Whatever. And yeah, we'll go ahead and attack. I mean, if he wants to lose his Arboreal Grazer, I don't care. I eventually have to pound through the stupid thing anyways. Ugh. Seriously, people, what is with these cards? All right. So that's a good Brazen Borrower target. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop Wrathful Red. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack. And then I'll wait. Because I can bounce that. It might be worth it to me to bounce that instead. We'll see. Those are things. Oy. It's like I've hit him twice now and he's gained all that life back. Disgusting. Okay. Now it becomes a question of, do I think I do. Yeah. Non-land permanent they control. What the heck? Why can't I bounce that? Oh, because they count as lands. One of a biscuit. Okay. I got you. That's a thing. Alright, fine. We're just gonna do this. Oh, really? Well, I'm going to sit back, because if you're silly enough to attack me with a 13-13 and a 5-6, you're going to get a bunch of damage whipped back in your face, and it's going to be funny. Until that happens. That sucks. Oh my. How much elemental damage does he have? At 4? 5. Yeah, I guess I'll smash the Thicket Crasher so he loses his trample. So if I block the 16/16, I'd still take... No, he's not attacking with everything. Five, six, 7, 8. I still don't have enough mana to cast Ulamog from my hand. Not yet. That's just a little broke. Really? I'll block this. And I'll deal 17 back to it. I don't have any reason not to do this now. Isn't that fun? And now, I can brazen borrow his Cavalier. That's great. Yikes. Well, I said this was either going to be a blowout or a decent game. So far, looking like a decent game. Okay. All right, that is going to get your Cavalier Petty Theft. So instead of dealing 3 to my face, you're only getting a couple. Oh, or not. No, now I think I'm just dead. Oh, yep. There you go. Well. Case in point, never give up unless you're 100% certain you're screwed. Alright, welcome back after the video gameplay. This deck I've had a lot of fun with. I do enjoy playing red-blue variants, and this one is a little more different than what I'm used to playing. I'm usually used to playing like Wheel of Fortune effects and things like that in my decks that are this color. But instead, this is just a little more fun of a dragon overload type thing and cheat them into play. If that's your sort of thing, go wild. My personal take on this is I like the Chaos version that I originally developed in my mind, and I wish there were more Chaos effects in MTG Arena, but until that happens, this is about as good as I'm going to get there. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if I goofed up somewhere and I'm playing something I shouldn't be playing, or if I missed something and I didn't put it in the deck in the first place. I'm all ears. I love to hear suggestions to improve my gameplay. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.